Thank you for joining. You can like and subscribe on my channel so that I can keep shooting more content for you, so that you can see my journey through my eyes. So now we have just joined N1 from Joburg South, and we are going to Pretoria. Just stay with me and enjoy the ride. Thank you. Okay. I don't think this is going to work. The M1 was nice, but looking at the traffic ahead, I think we're going to have to go through the Joburg CBD, because otherwise we're going to spend the whole day navigating the traffic. So today you will have to see a bit of Joburg CBD. And yeah, I would have loved to show you also a bit of Hillbrow, but I'm a bit lazy, because there it can be a bit of a chock-on block. So I'll pass by the Joburg Magistrate Court and all the way to Vet University. It's just to bypass the traffic. And you know, sometimes with these things, you bypass the traffic, or you think you're bypassing, and halfway through, when you look across the road, then you realize that whatever that was causing the traffic has been cleared, and there you are, stuck in traffic in the Joburg CBD. So let's hope this diversion that we are taking is going to be fruitful. And yeah, let's go. Driving the Joburg CBD, it's really a nightmare, because at any moment someone can bump into your car. So you can be extra careful, but you know, you might not see it coming. So now we're just passing the Joburg Merge Court on your left, and now we are going to pass the Reserve Bank. It's going to be on your left, and on your right it's going to be your old Joburg Stock Exchange building. As you know, everything has moved out of the Joburg CBD into the fancy side of Sandton. So that's the sad part of Joburg, or the sad story about Joburg. They used to have everything in the CBD, but everyone has packed and left. So now everyone is just left with this mess that we call Joburg. It's not a nice thing. but I see people are fighting to try to revive Joburg back to its glory days, but it will take a huge fight to get it to where it used to be. So that's the unfortunate part of it, and I believe that it becomes a bit nicer, if not tough, to rebuild something that you don't know how it was and what was the reason for it to be built. So it becomes tricky because your motivation is not the same compared to the people that put it together in the first place, because they had a different drive than you, while you, as you come, you are forced to get into the shoes of the people that put it together and get to see what they think or what they were thinking at the time, and take it from there. So on your left, that's your Joburg, your Reserve Bank. It has been heavily barricaded, as you can see. And on your right, it used to be the Joburg Stock Exchange before they packed their bags and left and moved to Sandton. So from here, in few seconds, if not minutes, we're going to pass by Nelson Mandela Bridge, and yeah, man, it's so disheartening that as black people we are made, especially our West African brothers, because the argument is always, it's forever everything you have is because you've got white people. But the taxi rank that you can see on your right, it was built by black people, no white people in there. But people in other countries and their inferiority complex, they will make you feel bad that you are a South African. So you are made, if you're not careful, you will apologize every second of your way or every second of the conversation for something that you didn't do, all because people that just don't want to accept that when black people come together, they can do amazing things. They can build things that are functional, build things that are resourceful. Black people can build things that can uplift black people's life. So as you can see, majority of the buildings around here, they are mixed, owned by government, which is Joshko, and private. So we find yourself as a country in a setup where we've got a mixed economy between private and public, and as you can see, we are passing the Nelson Mandela Bridge. It has been classified as one of the monument infrastructure that was built by black people. This is the blood and sweat of the citizen of this country. And as you can see, few cars from here, there's a bus with an open rooftop, which gives visitors or passengers an opportunity to see sight. So I'm not sure if this one is the Joburg one or it's a private one, but according to the color, because the Joburg one, sightseeing, it's red. So this one looks like a metro bus. Bus. So yeah. So just bear with me while we are navigating. Yes, this is what? Yeah, a sightseeing bus with advertising branding from Heineken. Yeah, so it's city sightseeing, and we've got tourists from all over the world that are here to see what Joburg has to offer, or what Joburg is offering, or what Joburg used to offer. And then on your left, it's Wits Institution, one of the long-standing university in the country that was founded during the apartheid years as a contribution or part of the infrastructure of the Witwatersrand, as a way for the institution to uplift or provide skills to the citizens or scholars, if you may call it. So right now it's one of the top, if not best, university in Africa, and we are blessed to have it in our country. So it has produced so many prominent leaders in the country, and it remains the flagship of the country. And as you can see, it's from here on your left, going down the road. It's still Witwatersrand. So now we are, in a few moments time, we are going to join M1 and continue where we left off our trip when we diverted from the traffic that was on the double-decker road, and then we can continue with our journey to Pretoria. And it seems like the traffic is also happening coming from Joburg North, because on the same double-decker road I can see another traffic of cars that are stuck. So it's not a good Sunday for anyone who wants to use M1 road if you don't know how to navigate M1 at the CBD. So you are likely going to spend more time stuck in the traffic. So lucky for me, because I had the privilege of growing up here. Even though I'm from the village, I had the privilege of coming here every holiday. Then I was fortunate enough that I would move around the town or the city so that I can know what is what. And even during the varsity days, I got to see and experience. And after that, I also did Taxify. Taxify was another opportunity for me that myself the trips where I can move at every pocket and every corner of Joburg, and I was able to go into spaces that on a normal day I will not go, or I will not allow in, because I don't have business to come into those spaces. So as a Taxify or a Bolt driver at the time, then you drive anywhere and meet and interact with people from any spaces. So yeah, that's the beauty about life, because you can experience anything and everything if you give yourself an opportunity to go over your fear. Because right now people will tell you that driving Uber or Bolt or Taxify is dangerous. So some people would opt not to even go into those places. They would rather just stay away. So that's the situation. So that's the thing. So as you can see on your left and your right, we are by Houghton, and on your left, that's a golf course. People play there, they have their fun time doing business meetings. And on your right, it's an office space. So you can see the strategy behind it, that people from the right, they can easily just drive across the road to come play golf with their clients or to host their clients on any day, so that you are not stuck in the office crunching numbers or quoting clauses and contracts and whatnot. So that's one of the beauty about SA, is that they give you almost anything that you might need as a business person. Because as you can see on your left, for those who can't play golf, then there are games where you can climb things here, from trees to trees. As you can see, the things that are hanging up in there in the sky, and then you can have fun. Now we are getting to Melrose Arc, which is one of the fancy side also for business, where you can literally tell your client that if it's better not to meet in the office, we can just go sit or book a table at the restaurant and do your business. But one would say the people that get to enjoy those privileges are managers. It's not your desk guy who's just new in the business. So that's the beauty about life. Anyone can achieve it, whether you work hard, be it academic or social skills, where you are able to pull in people from all walks of life to help you to become whatever you want to become. These are the spaces that can make it possible for you. In a few minutes time, there's an off-ramp also that gives you an opportunity to drive into Sandton. And Sandton has been classified as one of the most expensive milestone or corner in Africa. That we can use many things to classify that or to justify that, considering the majority of the big companies in Africa have set up their offices in here. The biggest hotels in Africa, they have their stake here in Santan. Most expensive properties or apartments, they are located here. And then the most expensive stores also, they're operating from here. So you've got, on a normal day, you've got people that are traveling from all over Africa or around the world who would drive to here or fly to come do their shoppings here. And after shopping, then they will go back to their countries. So this square mile, it allows people to spend their money and to enjoy their hard work, feeling safe and positive. So yeah, that's the fun side of life and the serious side of life. But while you are there, then you will have, on your left, by the way, on my right, it was one of the most expensive, if not the most decorated car rebuild workshop. A few months back, he had one of his BMWs 325 that was shipped from SA to UK for exhibition, and it came back with a trophy, which just shows you that people in SA are doing amazing stuff. They're doing amazing work. They are global. It's not a regional thing. It's not a location thing. It's an international intention by SA citizens. So they're doing amazing stuff. So on your left, or on my right again, we've got factories that have been bought by churches. Interesting enough that churches will buy a factory and convert it into a church, which is painful because we've got people that are losing jobs, but in return they're being given institution that continues to take money away from them, because with this type of charismatic faith churches, they're blended with tithe, and tithe requires a certain portion from your pocket, which makes you wonder that if people can put money together to buy such a factory, what stops them from putting money together to revive those industries and make business and create employment for people? But hey, here we are. So the whole country, we are de-industrializing, and the word of God is becoming supreme, if not the apex in terms of the identity of the country, which is interesting. So it's getting tougher because we are sitting with a huge number of unemployed youth. We've got a huge number of breadwinners that are losing their income, which makes it difficult because no one can save the other. The youth cannot save their parents, and then the parents cannot save their kids, because everyone is just out of the economy. They're not participating in whichever aspect of it. So that's the unfortunate part of it. But that's a very, very dim view of reality, because there's still people that are doing extremely well. in their own profession or in their own career path. So I guess it comes down to you as a person. How much are you willing to get what you need and to push for what you need to survive? And people will continue to win, regardless of how one would look at life. Because some would look at life as things are tough and difficult, and some within that up and down in life, their coping mechanism will kick in and they will actually thrive. And then comes another accident, unfortunate enough, and it seems like it's gents that are on a traveling expedition, because it's one of those buckies that are equipped with all the nice things which allows you to go for camping. So as I saw there, it has really crashed out. But I don't think it's a serious accident for it to be written down or to be written off. It can be fixed, which is another job for someone. Probably the panel beating guys, they are going to be happy, but the insurance guys are not going to be happy because they would have to cover, provided the owner of the car has insurance. So if he doesn't have insurance, then there's another conversation altogether. Because a car like that, it has been equipped by the most expensive gadgets and tools to make one, survive in every area, be it a desert or a remote area. When you have that car, you can just navigate life with ease, with no challenges. Because it's a beautiful off-road SUV. And then here we are in the Midrand, the area that can easily be touted as a hub for IT. And right now it's becoming a logistic space because there's so many warehouses that are being built in support of the e-commerce and businesses that are growing, which means whatever you send, or if you want it distributed across the country or countries, this can be the hub. When you are here, you are most likely going to find almost anything that you might look for, and then they can ship it to every corner of the country, or to every business, or to every client and customer's workplace or place of business or home, which is another job prospect for people. So there's always positive around us. We just need to look. Some might feel like they need to look harder, and to others it will seem like an easy thing. So that's the gist of it. So yeah, it is what it is, Manamkara. thank you guys. I've arrived in Pretoria East, and it was nice and simple, easy. You know, we don't fight when we drive these things. 100, 110. You know, the moment you go above 110, now you're fighting. You don't have to fight. Get there. Kept it simple, cautious, and we got where we are going. So thank you for being a good viewer, and catch you next time. It was a wonderful trip. Yeah. Thank you. Sharp. Bye bye.